Good morning everyone. The last class we started the muscle physiology. So in that you understood the neuromuscular junction. So next we will go to the next topic, that is mechanism of muscle contraction. Okay, mechanism of muscle contraction. So in this, how after getting action potential, how the muscle contraction is taking place. Next step. So in that, first we will see the structure that is very important. One is a sarcotubular system. Okay, sarcotubular system. In a sarcotubular system, so this is present in the muscle. Okay. So the important is a T tubule, L tubule and traits. Okay. So in a T tubule, so that is the inward extension of sarcolemma. So sarcolemma, you know, this is outer covering, right? So inside that the muscle are present in a bundle. In a single muscle bundle, there is a many muscle fibers are present. So elongated muscle fibers are present, right? So this sarcolemma, this is inward extension. Okay, so inward means it is going like this. So inward extension, we call it as T tubules. Okay, this is T tubule. So like this, the many T tubules are present like this. So this T tubule is opens to exterior. Okay, it is opens to exterior. Exterior means external environment it is opening. Okay. So mainly transmit the action potential interior of the cell. Okay. So whatever the action potential is present here, the action potential that when reach the sarcolemma through this T tubule, it is reaching the inside the cell to excite the cells. Okay, understood? The T tubule is the inward extension of sarcolemma. It opens to exterior, transmit the action potential. Clear? So next is the L tubule. So L tubule is a sarcoplasmic reticulum. Okay, L tubule, also call it as sarcoplasmic reticulum, that will store the calcium ions. Okay, so it will store the calcium ions. So very important. Okay, calcium ions. So next comes the triads. The triads are formed by two terminal cisternae abutting the T tubules. So that means, so T tubules, wherever the T tubules are joining, so that, and one L tubule. So we will call it the triads. So I will show the picture. This is the myofibrils. Okay, single myofibrils. So that is covering, we call it as a sarcolemma. Okay, so this one is a sarcolemma. So this sarcolemma, there is an inward extension. Okay, inward extension, we call it as, so this thing. Okay, this is T tubule. Okay, so whenever the action potential reach the sarcolemma, so through the T tubules it is going inside the cell. Okay, then sarcoplasmic reticulum or L tubule. Okay, so this yellow color, okay, yellow color part is a sarcoplasmic reticulum. So that will store the calcium ions. So this you know. So this is the A band, that is a myosin, and this is the I band made up of actin filaments. Okay. Sorry, this one, the orange color one is sarcoplasmic reticulum. Okay, so the traits are this yellow, two yellow color and one T tubule. So terminal cisternae and one T tubule that formed by triads. So you just remember T tubule and L tubule. So T tubules are mainly transmit the action potential to interior of the cell, and sarcoplasmic reticulum or L tubule mainly store the calcium ions. Okay. So next, coming to the mechanism by which the nerve action potential is converted into muscle action potential and leading to muscle contraction. So we call it as excitation. Okay, excitation, contraction. So excitation means through neuromuscular junction the nerve action potential will reach the muscle. The sodium influx is taking place and produce the action potential. So that time the muscle get excited. So excitation. So in the during excitation, so that will produce a muscle contraction. Okay, hence it is called excitation contraction coupling. So we will see whatever the muscle contraction or excitation contraction coupling events and relaxation. Here, whenever the nerve impulse reach a myoneural junction or neuromuscular junction, okay, the acetylcholine is released from motor neuron. This acetylcholine binds with a receptor in the muscle membrane. So the sodium will enter the muscle. So the sodium influx will generate action potential in sarcolemma. Okay, generate a action potential in sarcolemma. So this action potential will be transmitted or we travel down the T tubule or spread of the action potential along the T tubules. Okay, so the inward extension, there is a T, we call it a T tubules. So whenever the action potential reach the sarcolemma, through the T tubules it will travel. Okay, at the same time, when action potential travel through the T tubule, there is a release of calcium ions from cisternae. So the sarcoplasmic reticulum will release the that usually store the calcium. Whenever action potential reach, it will release the calcium ions. So from the cisternae. So this calcium ion go and bind to troponin C. So as I told, so this is the actin filaments. So over the actin filament there is a troponin is present, right? Troponin, then tropomyosin. Tropomyosin. So whenever the calcium is released, this calcium go and bind to troponin C. Okay, so suppose this is troponin C. Troponin C, it will go and bind to troponin C. So when the calcium bind with the troponin C, so that time this troponin C will move. Okay, so it will move to other side, exposing the binding site of actin. So actin binding site will be exposes. Binding site in the actin filaments are exposed. Okay, so what will happen? Okay, suppose this is one actin filament. It has a binding site for myosin. Okay, it has a binding site for myosin molecule. So but it is usually covered by troponin C. Understood? On the actin filament, the actin has a binding site for myosin, but during relaxed condition, this myosin this active site will be covered by troponin C. whenever the calcium is binding to troponin C, this active site will be exposed. Okay, this active site will be exposed. Okay, binding site in the actin filaments are exposed. That time the myosin will go and bind to that site and form a cross linkage that create a power stroke. Understood? So usually the actin filament has a binding site for myosin head, but during relaxed condition this actin binding site is covered by troponin C. Whenever the muscle get excited, action potential travel through T tubule, that will cause a release of calcium ions. That calcium ion go and bind to troponin C. That time when calcium ion bind to troponin C, the active site will be exposed and myosin will go and bind. Myosin head is attached to binding sites and form a cross linkages. That is called power stroke. I will show the diagram, okay. So whenever the myosin head attached to actin filament, there is a sliding of A band over the I band over the A band. Okay, sliding of I band over the A band. So I band is actin, made up of actin filament. A band is made up of myosin filaments, right? Z line will come closer, that cause a shortening of muscle. Muscle contraction is shortening of the muscle is the response. Understood? So these things you have to write. So this is a 10 marks question. So excitation, contraction, coupling. Okay. So during this mechanism, so very important is on the myosin head. Myosin you know, right? So this is the one myosin molecule. That's a myosin head. So this myosin head is having a actin binding site and ATP binding site. Okay. So ATP binding site. So whenever the myosin head attached to actin filament, so one ATP molecules is utilized. So that means it is energy consuming. So whenever you are doing a muscle contraction, your energy will be using, okay, because that energy is in the form of ATP. Because of ATP attachment, so then only the myosin head will attach to actin filament, okay, by using the ATP molecules. Okay, so energy can be utilized for contraction. So whenever the myosin head get detached from the actin filament, the ATP molecules will be released. So during relaxation, so ATP is not utilizing. When the action potential stop to generate, the muscle will stop contracting. Understood? So only the muscle contraction takes place only whenever the action potential is generated in the muscle, that is from the nerve. Understood? So this is the muscle contraction. So this is a diagram. So this is one myosin molecule they are showing. This is a myosin head. So this is actin filament. So to this actin filament, this is a tropomyosin and troponin. So troponin usually this is a relaxed condition. It has a 3 binding site. The T is attached to here during relaxed condition. So whenever the calcium is releases from the sarcoplasmic reticulum, so that time that calcium go and bind to this. Calcium will go and bind to this. So this part is exposes and myosin head will be attached by using the ATP molecules. Okay, using a ATP molecule. So this is the overall picture. So this one is no need to draw. Only This one is enough. It is given in your textbook. Okay, it is given in your textbook. So this is enough. So this is now no need to draw. Just for your reference, I am explaining. Okay. Now whenever the action, this is the first step, action potential through the neuromuscular junction reaches through the T tubules. Okay, so this is the yellow color is the T tubules. It will travel. Sorry, this one is the T tubules. So it will travel. The second step, whenever the action potential is a T tubule, the calcium is releases. That is the second one. The calcium is releases. So that the calcium go and bind to troponin C. Now, so here there is a actin filament and myosin filament is there, right? So to that actin, calcium will bind to troponin. You can see here the green color one. Then whenever it will bind, the myosin molecule will attaches. Okay, you can see here myosin molecule will attach to this and show the power stroke. So cross bridges will take place and the I band will slide over a band. Z line will come closer to each other. Shortening of the muscle is taking place. So that is muscle contraction. Next, coming to the relaxation. During relaxation, if there is no action potential through the neuromuscular junction, it will not excite the muscle. Okay, it will not excite the muscle. So action potential is not present. So the calcium will pumped back into cisternae. It is going back to cisternae. So now release of calcium from the troponin. There is no interaction or no binding of actin and myosin is taking place because the troponin go and cover the active site of actin filament. Okay. So now the muscle get relaxed. Understood? So that is the relaxation. Clear? So till relaxation you have to write. This is the same thing. So overall, okay. Action potential is releases through the T tubules it travel. So this is the traits. Sarcoplasmic reticulum release the calcium ion. This calcium ion go and bind to actin filaments. So that time, go and it will uncover the active site over the actin filament. So myosin head go and attach to the actin. So that time it will utilize the energy. So that is very important. So ATP get converted into ADP. So oxygen is releases like that. Okay. So this is how this is the myosin head. Okay, myosin head. So it is go and attaching whenever this calcium is attached here. I can't show. So calcium is binding to the actin filament. So immediately the myosin molecule go and binding to actin and sliding over the power stroke. So we call it as this one is moving, right? This one. So that is called power stroke. Okay. See here it is whenever the ATP is degraded, so it is binding. That's complete the excitation, contraction, coupling. So next coming to the rigor mortis. So rigor mortis is a condition that is stiffening of the body that will happens after death. Okay, so that means what will happen after death? After few hours of death or few hours, so the body become very stiff. That is because usually all the muscles are in contracted state. So that time to release all the ATPs are utilizes for muscle contraction. Sudden death, what will happen? There is muscle will fail to relax. Okay, muscles are fail to relax, so it become very stiff. Lack of ATP. So calcium. So the calcium will cannot be pushed back into T tubules. Okay, so muscle fails to relax and remains in a contracted state. So that is very important by examining the time of rigor mortis. So when the rigor mortis is taking place, so that will confirm the time of death can be estimated. Okay, rigor mortis is a condition where the stiffening of the body is taking place because of lack of ATP. So ATP is not present. The muscles remain in a contracted state. Okay, so after that, because of that lack of ATP, the calcium is not pumping back to the cisternae. The calcium will be remain in the troponin C. So myosin head will bind to that actin filament. So muscle are in a contracted state. Okay, so that is very helpful to examine in the time of death. Okay, death of a person. So last one, there are two types of contraction can be seen, muscle contraction. There are two types of muscle contraction can be seen. So one is isotonic. So one is isotonic muscle contraction, isotonic muscle contraction. Another one is isometric muscle contraction. During isotonic contraction, the tension in the muscle remains same, but only the length of the muscle decreases. Okay, so in the isotonic condition, the iso means same, tone means tension. Okay, iso, the tone remain same, only the length of the muscle is changes. Okay, in isometric contraction, isometric, iso means same, metric means the length. So length of the muscle remains same, but only the tension will be increases. Okay, tension will be increases. So for example, for isotonic condition, simply if you do a flexion of your arm, flexion you know, right, flexion extension. So when you do the flexion or folding, if you do the folding of your arm, so here only the tension remains same, so the your muscle length will be changes. Okay, so in isometric condition, pulling a heavy object, so pulling the wall, so in that condition, so your length will be same, only the tension will be increases. So like that. Okay, so that's complete the nerve muscle physiology. Okay, so very important here is in the nerve So they will ask the structure of the neuron, structure of a neuron, then neuromuscular junction, so properties in that action potential and resting membrane potential they will ask. Okay. Then excitation, contraction, coupling. Then for a short notes they will ask the rigor mortis. Okay. Thank you all.